Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsreviews.com, and today we are going to do the quick unboxing and full review of Samsung Galaxy Alpha. I have been using this device for more than 2 weeks now. I'm pretty happy with the overall performance of this device, and one thing which I really like is that this is, unlike the other big phones, is actually not too big, not too small, and it is very good for one-handed usage, and the performance is also very nice. So this is how the packaging look like. As you can see, it is again looking good in terms of packaging. We have the phone name written over there. At the back side we have specifications of the phone which are being mentioned. So it is an octa-core phone which consists of 2 quad-core processor, and it is 1.8 GHz the first one, and the other one is 1.3 GHz. We have resolution which is 720p on this device. We have the 32GB variant with us as of now, and this phone also supports 4G in India, which is good. You have a 12 megapixel autofocus camera with LED flash at the backside which can record high definition video. The front camera is 2.1 megapixel front, and which is a fixed focus camera. It can also record high definition video. It has a fingerprint sensor as well. We have 1860 milliampere hour battery over here on this phone, and you have a heart rate sensor as well, and you do have GPS navigation supported on this device. And these are some of the things which are related to Wi-Fi and other things which we have. We do have the HD voice recording on this device possible. The model number of the device is SMG850Y, and you can actually insert a SIM card which is being issued from India only on this one. So it is again kind of locked in case you buy it from India. It will not work outside India in case you would like to do that. So this is how it looks like. As you can see over there, the first thing inside the package is the phone itself, which is the Samsung Galaxy Alpha, which looks very good. In terms of build quality, this is one of the best build quality I have seen over time from Samsung. Although the plastic is there at the back side, but the metal on the edges is something which makes this device look very premium and very much identical to the looks which we have seen on iPhone. We will just compare this phone with an iPhone 5 and an iPhone 6 as well, so that you can get an idea how does it actually look like when you actually keep the other iPhones side by side in comparison to this one. So this is how it looks like. So taking a look of the package inside, we can see we have some more things inside the package. Apart from the phone, we get some user manuals over there and a quick start guide. As you can see over there, I think we should have a SAR value document as well. I'm not able to basically find that as of now, but there should be a SAR value document, I guess. So here we have the SAR value document, and the SAR values for the head are mentioned over there on this document, which is 0.826 watt per kg head, and the body SAR values are not being mentioned. We have this cable, which is the micro USB cable for data syncing and charging. We have a charger over there, and this is the charger, and this charger is, in terms of output current, is 1.55 ampere. Again, it is not the fast charger, but pretty good to charge the device fast as compared to other smartphone out there. We have these headphones, the regular headphones, the in-ear headphones which we get within the package of Samsung flagship phones. We do have volume controls over there on these headphones, which is good. You have a button to pick the call, and again you can also change music tracks as well. This is how the in-ear headphones actually look like. Pretty good, decent in terms of build quality. We have tested these kind of headphones and they are pretty good in terms of sound quality, and bass levels are also okay, but not too high. With these headphones you also get these extra earbuds which will come within the package, and these are all the things which you will get within the package. So let's get rid of all these things for a while, and we will take a look over the phone now, which is the Samsung Galaxy Alpha, which we have with us. So this phone, in terms of the overall form factor, is something which gives you a very light kind of a feel, because this device weighs only 115 gram, which is fairly light, and it is very much comparable to an iPhone 5 in terms of the weight. The build quality is very nice even with this particular weight. The thickness of the device is around 6.7 millimeter, which makes it really thin, and I will just show you how does it compare to the thickness of an iPhone 5 and iPhone 6 as well. Let's take a look over the connectivity and other ports which we have on this particular phone. At the bottom we have micro USB port for data syncing and charging. We have a loudspeaker over there. We have primary microphone over here for voice calling. Over here we have antenna bands, because this phone actually has metal frame, so it has antenna bands just like an iPhone, which we have seen earlier. We have these volume rocker, which are kind of metal buttons. They give you a good amount of feedback. On the top you have 3.5mm audio jack. We have a secondary microphone for noise cancellation and video chat, which is good. We have a power and sleep key, which is also a metal button. And at the back side we can see we have 12 megapixel camera. It is a high definition video recording camera. You can take high definition videos, and we do have a heart rate sensor and some other flash as well, basically LED flash for low light photos in case you would like to use that. And for SIM card connectivity, you will have to remove this plastic back cover, which has a kind of a texturized design, which gives a very good matte finish and a very nice grip as well when you hold this device in one hand. At the front, at the bottom, we have the physical home button, which has a sensor as well. Fingerprint sensor is also there. We have the multitasking button over there and the back button. Both of these buttons have backlit LED, so you can see them anytime, anywhere, even in dark room as well. At top you have the nice metric earpiece. We have the proximity and ambient light sensors over there, and we have a front camera which is 2.1 megapixel camera, can do high definition video recording, and a very good high definition video chat as well is possible from the front camera. Let me just get rid of the back cover. In order to remove the back cover, you just need to pull it from here. It is a thin quality plastic back cover, but better than the ones which I have seen on other Chinese phones. It is an 1860 mAh battery, which is again sufficient to give this device around 1 day of battery backup, and at times it has given me more than 1 day of battery backup as well. It has a single SIM card slot over there, which will accept a micro SIM, not a normal size SIM card, not a nano SIM. So this is a single SIM phone, and again it looks very nice even from the back side as well, as you can see, and it is very slim, and this is something which I really like, and very light as well in terms of weight. So this is one of the lightest phone I have actually used in the recent times from Samsung, which is very good, and it has very good build quality as well. So now let's compare the phone in terms of the form factor, in terms of thickness, with iPhone. We will compare it now with an iPhone 6 and iPhone 5. Now we are going to compare the Samsung Galaxy Alpha with an iPhone 5 and an iPhone 6 in terms of the overall physical form factor and the build quality. If we compare the Samsung Galaxy Alpha with an iPhone 6, we can see we have aluminum which is being used on both of these phones on the edges, and at the back side we have aluminum which is metal over there, whereas we have plastic over here on Samsung Galaxy Alpha. And when it comes to the thickness is something which is slightly thinner over here on Samsung Galaxy Alpha as compared to an iPhone 5. So Samsung Galaxy Alpha is definitely thinner as compared to iPhone 5, which we can easily notice. In terms of the weight as well, this one feels slightly lighter in terms of the weight, but although both of them are very much near in terms of the weight as far as the overall weight is concerned and the form factor is concerned, the form factor is slightly better over here because this is a better phone for one-handed usage. Although Samsung Galaxy Alpha having a 4.7-inch display, this one is also pretty decent for one-handed usage. You can actually reach almost every part of the screen without any issues. So this one gives you a bigger display as compared to an iPhone 5, which is again smaller in terms of the display size. Although this is better phone for one-handed usage, but this one is good enough, there is no problem, and it gives you a better display as well. The display clarity on this device is also high definition, although this one also has retina display, so both of them are good in terms of viewing angles as well as other things, but colors are slightly better reproduced over here on the Samsung Galaxy Alpha, which is something which I have seen. Because again, when it comes to the display technology over here on Samsung Galaxy Alpha is Super AMOLED, which gives you better color production, and the black are also very nice, although the white is slightly kind of pale yellowish on the Super AMOLED display which we have seen from Samsung till now. So talking about the differences, I would say this device is definitely better than iPhone 5 in terms of a bigger display size. You get a very good nice form factor. In case build quality is something, or something metal is something more important for you, then you have more metal being used on this phone as compared to metal being used on this one. But this is also good. It has a 12 megapixel camera over here at the back side. We have an 8 megapixel camera over here, but the cameras are doing pretty decent job on both of these two phones, and we will show you that in detailed comparison later on. We do have LED flash over here on both of these phones, and we have additional heart rate sensor on this phone. However, it is not very useful in day-to-day usage, but you do have an additional sensor on the Samsung Galaxy Alpha as compared to an iPhone 5, which does not have the same. Now if we compare the phone with the iPhone 6 definitely look much more premium, and I would say better in terms of the looks as compared to Samsung Galaxy Alpha. It has a complete metal look at the back side as well, we have metal being used over here on this phone, whereas on this device at the back side we have polycarbonate plastic which is being used. Talking about the camera, we have 8 megapixel camera which is slightly enhanced as we have seen on iPhone 5 and 5s, and here we have 12 megapixel camera over there. When it comes to the camera quality is pretty good on both of these phones. When it comes to the display is something which has gone better on iPhone 6. It has got a 4.7 inch display now, which is good, and this device also have 4.7 inch display. So in terms of the display size, both of these devices are same. So display size remains the same, but colors are slightly better over here, but they are not looking bad at all on the iPhone 6 as well. Although this one has an IPS LCD display panel, this one has a Super AMOLED display panel, so colors are maybe more sharper, more colorful on this device. Although black are also good, but white is kind of pale white on this device as compared to the white which we have seen on iPhone 6. So this is how the difference actually get compared. When it comes to the pixel density remains the same. We have 720p resolution on this device, we have 720p resolution on this one as well, which is the same. We have a touch ID sensor which is far more responsive and better to use on the iPhone 6 as compared to the buggy kind of fingerprint sensor on the Samsung Galaxy Alpha and other Samsung phones. So this one is much better to use for purchasing application and also for unlocking the phone. This one works around 2 times out of 10 times, and this one works around 9 times out of 10 times, which is very good. So this touch ID sensor on the iPhone is definitely far more better than the fingerprint sensor, at least as of now on the Samsung Galaxy L5. And we talk about the bottom. If we talk about the connectivity and the ports, we have the loudspeaker which is fairly loud on iPhone 6, which is slightly louder than Samsung Galaxy Alpha, which we have seen. And over here we have the lightning port, the micro USB port, we have primary microphone over there, we have a big primary microphone over there as well. We have 3.5mm audio jack, whereas the 3.5mm audio jack is actually on the top. When it comes to the SIM card connectivity, the SIM card connectivity is inside over there. After removing the plastic back cover, you can insert a micro SIM. On this device it will take a nano SIM, as it has been since iPhone 5. And over here we have the button, the power and sleep key. The power and sleep key are metallic on both of these phones. In terms of the thickness, I can say that both of these phones are fairly thin in terms of thickness, although the camera is slightly bulging out from Samsung Galaxy Alpha as well as from iPhone 6. So in terms of camera bulge, it is there on both of these two phones, but in terms of the thickness, I can say that both of these phones are fairly thinner, and very much in terms of thickness they are closer to each other. I would say iPhone 6 feels slightly more thinner as compared to the Samsung Galaxy Alpha which we have with us, and this is the case as of now at least. And iPhone 6 definitely looks much more premium to hold in one hand, although the bezel is slightly thicker on iPhone 6 as compared to Samsung Galaxy Alpha. If you compare it, you can see that the height of the iPhone 6 is more than the Samsung Galaxy Alpha, and if you compare the width of it, if we place both of them together, I can say that the width of the iPhone 6 again is slightly more than the Samsung Galaxy Alpha. Not only the height, but the width is also high. So bezels are definitely slightly thicker on iPhone 6 as compared to Samsung Galaxy Alpha, but both of these phones are looking good in terms of the overall form factor. So even when the iPhone 6 actually has 172 gram in terms of the weight, but still this phone is fairly light. When you hold this phone in one hand, it does not feel that heavy, although this one is slightly lighter. But in terms of comparison, I can say that both of these phones are good. This one feels slightly heavier, but you may not be able to distinguish in between the weight unless you hold both of these phones together. Both of them are fairly light. Now here we have the hardware information for the Samsung Galaxy Alpha. It has a 1.2 GHz processor, which is an octa-core processor, and we have two processors inside. The maximum frequency at which it can be clocked is 1.3 MHz. And when it comes 1.3 gigahertz, actually not megahertz, it is 1300 megahertz. And when we talk about the display resolution, we have 720x1280. The GPU which we have inside is Mali T628 GPU, and we have a Samsung chipset inside. We have all these sensors on this device, which include gyroscope sensor, we have magnetic field sensor as well, rotation vector sensor is also there. We do have significant motion, step detector, step counter, so you do have a pedometer sensor as well. So application which require the sensor can actually work. You do have proximity light and screen orientation sensor as well on this device. In terms of sensors you are expecting, this device has almost all the sensors you may need on a smartphone for day-to-day usage. Let me just check the score for the N2 benchmark, then Nina mark, and then we will play some games on this device. Here we have got the score for Samsung Galaxy Alpha on NT2 benchmark, as you can see, it is 46241, and again this is a pretty impressive score, and the device is also very good in terms of day-to-day usage and performance. I can show you the device information. As far as device info is concerned, we do have device information in detail. So it is having a Samsung Exynos 5 octa-core CPU, which is 5430 sorry, and we have 11.9 megapixel as far as rear camera is concerned. It is having a Mali T628 GPU, which we already told you, and this is the status of the RAM. So in all, this device is a very decent performance for day-to-day usage. There is no issue I faced on this device in day-to-day usage, although it does get slightly heated up over here at the back side, which is something which I have noticed while playing high definition games and whenever I was using the camera. So that is something which I would like to point out, but again the heating is not that much to make you uncomfortable. Let's take a look at the Ninamark benchmark score on this device now. On Ninamark we have got a score of 59.8 FPS, which is also a very good score, and this device can handle high definition games pretty nicely without any issues. It does have the storage which is required for the same. So here we have a medium graphic intensive game loaded, and this one is called Frontline Commando Delay, which we are going to play. In terms of graphics, I can see graphics being rendered very precisely on this device when I play this game, and this is something which I really like. And again, the touchscreen response is also very nice. All the controls of the games are accessible on this device when I play this game, and I can easily aim and shoot, which is the best thing on this device as of now. And this kind of game can be played very nicely without any issues on this device. As you can see, all the controls are visible on the screen. I can access them, I can use them, and everything is working pretty nicely till now. So you can play this kind of a game without any issues. There is no problem with the device as far as gaming is concerned. So as you can see, we are playing this game called Blood and Glory, which is a very graphic intensive game. I can see the graphics being rendered very nicely on this device when I play this game, and there is no problem with the touchscreen as well. This game can be played without any issues on this device. Graphics are being handled very nicely. All the touchscreen controls are visible, and there is no problem while playing any high definition game like this on this device till now. So you can play games like this without any issues. So now let's do the display and the video playback test on this device, and we are right now playing a high definition video from our YouTube video channel, and this video is getting played at 720p, which is good. And the overall viewing angles on this device as far as display is concerned is very good. You can see the display from almost any angle without any issues, from the right and left side as well as from the top and bottom, which is good. The overall loudness of sound which is coming out from the loudspeaker is also very loud. The loudspeaker is over here and it can get blocked if you don't hold it properly, but the overall sound which is coming out from the loudspeaker is fairly loud on this device, which is good, although it is not that loud which I have experienced on an iPhone 6 over there. Or if you compare it with an iPhone 5, then this one is louder than iPhone 5, but not louder than iPhone 6 in terms of the loudspeaker. And when it comes to the overall playback and the viewing angles, I can show you that again. So in case you place the device like this on a table, the sound will not get blocked because the loudspeaker is actually on the edges, which is a good design, I would say. But if you hold it in the right way as well, the sound can get amplified. So the overall video playback capability of this device is very nice. It can play high definition videos without any issues. Viewing angles are very good. On multi-touch, this device supports around 8-point multi-touch. I was expecting it should be 10. Let me just check for that. So it is having 8-point multi-touch. As far as OTG support is concerned, let me just check for the same. So we can connect an OTG flash drive over here, and it has detected the same. So OTG is supported on this device, and it will open the file manager to show you all the contents of the flash drive, which is good. You do have LED notification light as well on this device, and that is over here. So you will get LED notification alerts for missed call, for unread messages and other things. When it comes to the battery backup, it can give you around 1 day to battery backup, 1 day battery backup for moderate usage, which involves some amount of video playback and some amount of gaming as well. But if you do any of these two activities for longer time, or if you use camera for longer time, then in that case it will not give you a 1 day battery backup. In that case it will be little less than 1 day battery backup. I have got around one day and more than 1 day of battery backup from this device, so I was pretty happy when I used this device in the last few weeks. So that's all from us. To let us know if you have any specific question for Samsung Galaxy Alpha, we would love to help you. So I would like to give a very good positive thumbs up to the Samsung Galaxy Alpha, because the kind of performance it offers with this kind of form factor and the kind of display it has is something which is very nice. It is a fully power packed phone which does not feel like heavy. It does not feel like a very bulky phone. It is very light as well in terms of weight. The performance of the device is also very nice. The camera is very good, especially the rear camera is very nice. It can take very good photos. So in all, I would like to give a thumbs up to this phone, and I would like to recommend you this phone in case you are looking for a premium phone from Samsung, which should look premium and which should not be very big, unlike most of the people who want bigger display phones. In case you want a phone for better one-handed usage, or for the best one-handed usage, this is the best phone you can go for, especially in the Android category. So that's all from us. Do let us know if you have any specific questions. We would love to help you. Thanks for watching this video.